Hi everyone, warmly welcome to all of you with another important video. I'm going to highlight the top 10 crushers of any company's culture. Uh, and I'm highlighting these top 10 based on the experience, based on my professional insights, based on my exposure to different levels of companies' cultures, and by working in different countries even. So this video will definitely give you some insights if you are thinking to open a new business, or you are already an entrepreneur, or you're a businessman, or having any sort of companies, might be manufacturing, construction, oil and gas, mining, whatever. You are a top brand, you are a medium level brand, you are a small startup, whatever. But these 10 the top crushers you have to bear in mind to tackle in, because they are very much crucial for the success of your company, and especially they're very crucial for the sustainability of any organization. However, there are certain behaviors and practices, uh, can erode, can crush a positive culture. So if we just list up and start talking about the number one, and before we move on, I'll request personally, with humbleness, can you just subscribe, like, and share this channel? This training zone is kind of our daily learning club, and like us, I'm sure you will also be learning something new every day. So the purpose of this channel is we really want to make sure that your success sometime begins, your future begins at training zone, especially with us. So let's start. The number one I can highlight, what I personally looked at, the poor leadership. I repeat again, it's very sensitive to talk about, but poor leadership, because leaders are not having, sometime they're lacking in vision, or they're lacking empathy, or sometime they don't believe on accountability culture, might be because of their poor leadership, and truly they undermine sometimes the trust and the morale, the benefits of trust and morale. And they believe, because of they believe on micromanagement, actually, in which second who is doing what. Even sometime I noted who is thinking what. They really want to know about. So even the poor leaders, if they believe on favoritism or inconsistency in making, even that can also demotivate employees, and that's why the number one cause, the number one crusher of any positive culture of a company is the poor leaders, is poor leadership. Second, we can highlight the lack of communication, or sometimes poor communication, which directly leads to some sort of confusion, misunderstandings, disengagements, And when employees feel left in the dark, they lost trust in the leadership. And trust is everything. And I always mention, trust once broken is broken forever. So the leadership, the role is really crucial, really vital. That's why the number two, the lack of communication. So leaders have to think about how they can improve their verbal, non-verbal communications to uh, understand the employees' mindset, the behavior, the psyche, in other words, and the cultures they are coming from, or they came from. So all these things surely required better communication skills in the leaders. Then the third one we can highlight as a toxic work environment, because as per my experience, I'm in the industry for the last starting from 1999 to onward. So mostly people, they don't leave companies. They mostly leave the toxic environment because of the poor leaders, because of the negative kind of supervisions or supervisors or managers. And toxic environment means mostly the guys will be wasting time on bullying, gossip because of professional jealousy, or might be they are lacking respect of each other, and no teamwork, hostile workplace seems like. And sometime, the culture that total tolerates negativity or harassment drives away top talent. Sometimes I say a bad company culture can beat every time a good person, a good professional. He'll be always getting punches, terrible punches in that environment. So, in that context, of course, we have to think about seriously how the negativity or harassment, at what level it should be discouraged, and even at every level, to be very honest, it should be discouraged. But yes, 100% is only Allah, so some tolerance everybody need to bear in mind, because perfection, achieving perfection in everything or expecting everything to be fair with you, then you're not living in a world, right? So, number four, we can claim maybe sometime no recognition or appreciation. I noted even in my professional life, mostly, you know, even the general manager or the managers, they try to get all your ideas, your day and night hard work. Even might be you're not the general manager, but you are performing all the jobs as a GM actually, but you are not the GM. But your jobs, what you are performing, are for the GM, not for your job. So you have two in one. Like you are working as a sometime maybe QHSC manager, but on the other side, you are playing role as a general manager indirectly. But the credit will always be in front of the directors, board members will go in favor of the general manager. That's what I personally even noticed in some of the companies. And there is no reward, no recognition, and no appreciation. And bear in mind, as a human beings, it's part of our nature to be appreciated, to be respected. It's kind of human nature. So yes, there are employers failing to acknowledge employees' hard work and achievements leads to disengagement at the end, and lack of appreciation can make employees feel undervalued and, of course, unmotivated. Number five, we can mention, as per my experience, also the resistance to change. Whenever we are the system people, like whenever we implement quality management system or safety management system or environmental management system or food safety management system or security management system, or there are plenty of systems, right? But whenever we start implementing, or after having all policies, procedures, everything on board, the formats, and then we start implementing, then we face a lot of resistance. Even though as a human being, we are the change lovers, we do like changes. But yes, when we talk about a culture of a company, sometime the culture that resist like innovation or adaptation of becomes stagnant, because employees may feel frustrated in such environment, and their ideas for improvement are completely ignored, which mean again a demotivating factor. They'll not give any more ideas. uh, Number six, I can claim, as per my understanding, is unclear values and mission. Mostly leaders I noted, they have no clear mission or values, what exactly, why they started up that business and why they are working as a general manager. What's their values or the purpose, or and that is why sometimes the we all employees feel disconnected. And yes, without sharing a proper vision, any sort of team, can become misaligned and lose focus, right? Or loss focus, in other words. Now, number seven, we can talk about the overemphasis on profit over people. Sometimes I say the new religion is invented, gain money and power by any means. So money or the profit over people means you'll bypass safety regulations, You'll not think the health or the safety of your employees because your priority is profits, and the expense of the employees' well-being can definitely lead to burnout and high turnovers, a culture that ignores work-life balance, And I'm sure you're also facing the same thing. Sometimes the mental health struggles, we struggle to retain the talent, and the HR department is terribly struggling to retain the top talented people because of the toxic culture, because of the top other six reasons. Now we are going to talk about the number eight, the lack of diversity and inclusion. I still remember, one of the brand in Saudi Arabia in 2012. So they started hiring a lot of females because their policy was very clear that they have to create a homogeneous culture where everyone can have their diverse perspective, and be more creative and innovative. And discrimination or bias, on that time, I noted they simply discouraged, and employees, uh, male or female, they started working together, and that's how they prove that females can also be more better employees comparing to even male employees sometime. And it add value to the company's reputation also, because if a company is not having a discriminatory culture, means they'll have a very positive environment, positive goodwill in the market. So more people would love to join such company, because people really, don't need only money. They need a company where they can feel valued, where they can, every day, they love to go to office, they love to go to that company. But if that encouragement is missing because of the toxic culture, the poor culture, because of poor communication, and so many other factors we highlighted. So yes, top number nine, we can mention ineffective conflict resolution. Sometimes we, like, you are aggressive, I'm also aggressive. You are angry, I'm also angry. We disagree on different points. We have different conflict, and the resolutions are not being uh, resolving in a better way, mostly ignoring or mishandling conflicts. We all know can lead to resentment or a fractured, in other words, the team dynamics. And the culture that avoids addressing issues head on will struggle with long-term kind of cohesion, right? That's why it's really important to listen, as a leader, especially, we have to be a good listener. So listen the other person's perspective and then come back and see how you can resolve this conflict. And the top 10 we are talking about, then the last one is no opportunities for growth. A highly talented professional will leave your company if if he'll observe confidently that there is no more opportunities for his or her growth. So, such top talented, competent professions, it would be really hard for you to retain. So that's why the any employee who really feels stuck in their roles, especially with no clear path for advancement, may become disengaged. And yes, the terrible factors are the lack of training, mentorship, or career development. Of course, can lead to stagnation and turnover. Now, how we can combat such kind of cultural crushers, yes, we have to foster open and transparent communication. We have to lead by example, prioritize ethical behavior. We have to invest in employees' development and well-being. I still noted, especially in Saudi Aramco, in NEOM, in Red Sea, even at Red Sea Global, Kidia Project, even the top brands, some of the manufacturing brands also, some of the food brands. Luckily, I've been serving to more than 500 global brands as a trainer, auditor, and consultant, project to project in different countries. So yes, it's all, you know, you need to invest in employees' development. You have to have some sort of like gym clubs, the snooker club, some jogging tracks, cycling tracks. Even the menu should be in your hands. What food will be good for your employees or the teams? So you don't rely on your team even to maintain their health. So you are giving care, you are taking care of them, and in reverse and reward, they will definitely take care of your customers, your business, and your business will be growing day and night rapidly because of the culture you established. And yes, you must have an environment where people celebrate even small successes and recognize contributions. I still remember in some of the companies we were used to celebrate the birthday parties of any employee, anybody achieved any milestone. We are recognizing and getting together. Sometime without any reason, we are getting together just to build up a better team or to maintain or sustain a better team within our companies. So that's why we have to build a culture of inclusivity, respect, and collaborations. And bear in mind, by addressing these kind of culture crushes, organizations surely can create a positive, kind of thriving workplace that attracts and retain the top talent. And the companies always get more successful just because of the top talented professionals they have within the companies. I hope this video will give you a better wake up call, might be a good insights. So please share your comment, share in the comments what you're thinking about, and feel free to contact me if you need me somewhere as a trainer, auditor, or the management consultant, especially for QHSC, CSR, food safety, or some of the other standards. Thank you very much. Take care, sir. Thank you very much.